RR493-4534, 18th Street Brewery, LLC, doing business as 18th Street Brewery.
You will need to be sworn.
Sure. If you would, raise your right hand, sir. Do you swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury that any testimony that you give before this board be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Jeff McKean, McKean Law Firm. I have with me Drew Fox, who is the owner of 18th Street Brewery. Mr. Fox has several small brewing permits in Indiana. Actually, I think 3 small brewery permits in the northern part of the state, a distillery permit, and a couple of restaurant permits. They've all been identified there. He has facilities in Hammond and Gary. This is a beer and wine application on East 10th Street. It'll be his first business here in Marion County. It'll be just a small tap room, about 25 seats. We did meet a week or 2 ago with about 7 or 8 of the neighborhood representatives from that Near East Side community group. We have a letter of support from them. Very good, very positive meeting. They were very happy to have Mr. Fox come into the community. Their only concern really was his place wouldn't be big enough to hold all the customers. That was the primary concern. But Mr. Fox has, in addition to operating those permits in Indiana for about 5 years, spent about 20 years with the Peninsula Hotel as the director of food and beverage in Chicago. He's got a great reputation as a brewer, was named the Brewer of the Year, the new Brewer of the Year, about 4 or 5 years ago. People think 18th Street does a really nice job, and we're glad to have him down in central Indiana, but he'd be happy to answer any questions.
Well, Mr. Fox, I apologize. Could you share with the board your policy for checking IDs?
Sure. We have, every month we have training, an ID policy, and it's written in the employee handbook. And we evaluate that based on our monthly training, but also we do a spot check where we send individuals in that may not have an ID as a service as a spot check for us as well.
How long have you had what's the longest amount of time you've had a license?
The longest amount of time I've had a license was in 2013.
2013. How many violations do you have on that license?
0.
Great. Any further questions from the board?
In the communities you've been in, can you talk about some of the community engagement or outreach you've done?
Absolutely. In the Gary community, what we've done as in Gary and Hammond, we have a child-friendly area, and that space is basically used to support any local community organization that has a 501c3, and we donate that space to them. It's in each location in Gary, it's about 800 square feet. We provide AV, water, non-alcoholic beverages as well. And that's all determined under 501c3.
Yeah.
And furthermore, we pick one group that we want to support every year. And this year, it was in Hammond. Actually, for the last 2 years, we support a battered women's shelter. And we give 25% of our proceeds, total proceeds every year to that shelter.
You're going to use that same model here in Indianapolis?
That is correct.
Okay.
You guys are applying for limited separation?
We are.
You said it currently holds, what, about 25?
Very small.
Yes.
It's right across the street from what had been the Pogues Run grocery store, and what was the business?
Right there by 10th and Rural.
Yeah.
Right on the corner.
Love Handle.
Love Handles
Yeah.
was the business in there right before them.
Any further questions from the board? Hearing none, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
A motion for approval?
Second.
And a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Welcome to Indianapolis, Mr. Fox.
Thank you.
Thanks.